Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate, and in this episode we are gonna continue on with our quest. Now we are approaching a pretty major milestone in the game, and the closer we get to it, the more anxious and antsy I'm gonna get. And that is, we are getting pretty close to finishing the Home Wrecker and Resourcefulness achievements. Now, in order to do them, it's gonna be, let's say, another 5 to 6 more episodes. I'm gonna... Well, let's be a little more conservative. I'm not sure how many resource nodes we're getting per episode, but let me make a note that it's at 151 at the start of this episode. I think that's gonna be the real the real bottleneck, because I think Home Wrecker is gonna get done a little bit before Resourcefulness gets done. So that's that. We also have a lot of things to hand in, namely one Rune of Prophecies. And I'm gonna roll until we get a decent Rune of Prophecies to follow that one up. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna save my game. I guess my game was already saved, so I didn't really need to save it again, but you know what? Let's just hand it in. Next Rune of Prophecies is asking us to hand in our goblet and do 2 hunt missions. Now, I don't think we're doing a single hunt mission. Nope. So, this Rune of Prophecies is gonna be, it's gonna be, sadly, not something I'm going to retain. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause until I get an acceptable Rune of Prophecies, so just give me a moment. Right, this one actually looks decent. It does have arena combat, but it asks us to kill a false god, and there aren't any double project issues happening. It is asking us to kill the Ancestor. Now, the Ancestor, I don't know if he's gonna have any anointments left to give us. But if he doesn't, I might just do it anyway. Let's see. The Ancestor only has these 3. Blood Mage, Inquisitor, Purgatorian. Now let me look at my anointments. So, Blood Mage, we're done. Inquisitor, we're not done. Purgatorian, we're not done. So we can fight the Ancestor and still get something new. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Additionally, we have a little bit of gambling to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Slot machines. Basically, we have to do all 4 gambling mini games. So let's do them in the order of the ones that take the most time to the ones that take less time. Right. Now just don't give me any extra turns, and I'm gonna be happy. All right, come on. That's done. Let's do some slots. Let's do some Kino. Let me do a bit of that. Let me also quickly pop a cough drop, because it is still, unfortunately, pretty dry in my apartment. And I refuse to take the humidifier back out, because I have put it away for the year. I'm only gonna bring it back out at the start of next winter. I refuse to bring the humidifier back out, because fuck it. Fuck it, it's April. Winter is over. Just go away already. Alright. With that mini crash out of the way, we still have to do a bit of arena combat. So let me go ahead and finish that. Let's see. Reapers are pretty good because they can frequently instantly kill. Sure, I'll take a devil. Let's get excuse me, apologies. I am also like about 11-12 days ago I had a really bad cold, so I think my throat is still a little sore from that. All right. That's useless. Oh my god. Sure, I'll take a Troll King. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. You know what? I'll have the Carver Sadist just defending. We'll see how that works. Right, that kind of works. I forgot to see how many arena combats we need to do. I'm gonna assume that it's 8. I forgot to have the Carver Sadist defend. I wish your actions would carry over from from battle to battle, but they don't. All right. I didn't want to cast Tsunami. I wasted a charge on that. Oh well. Oh well. What do we get from this one? You know what? Just attack. Just attack. Just a fucking attack. Kill him. Are you serious, dude? I'm gonna... Ooh, nice. I'm gonna go until 9. I'm gonna go until 10 just to be on the safe side. So this is gonna be number 9. Oh, this says number 10. Okay. Alright, Volcano, and that kills them. And that's that done. And let me look at the Runes of Prophecy. We need to kill a Dumpling, we need to kill a Treasure Golem, so we're going to be doing Feylands and Swamplands until we get a Treasure Golem, and then potentially the Arachnid Nest until we get a Dumpling. Hopefully we get some Pando Shrines, hopefully we get some Nether Realms. We don't care about buried treasure, we don't care about Riddle Dwarves for this Rune of Prophecy, and we have to kill a few Candle enemies as well. So, let's go. Do we want to hand in any projects? Let's not even hand in any projects. Unless there's some, like a pilgrimage. You know what, let's hand in our projects, because I want to get... pilgrimage done. Getting pilgrimages done is gonna be nice. Start another pilgrimage against anybody, so not against, but for anybody who is 85 or below. I guess let's do another Keyforge. I guess let's do another training. What did we just complete? Hang on a second. Field items. We are on intelligence. All right. And let's start. Do not have remotely anywhere close to what we need for another nether synthesis, so I guess I'll just start an experiment. And we're gonna jump into another low level, sorry, not low level, but low instability realm. We're gonna do Feylands and Swamplands until we get... Do we care about treasure chests? We don't even care about treasure chests. So we're gonna not worry about those. We just want to open up the treasure piles. We want to smash destructible objects. And we want to summon creatures at the candle. That's gonna be the goal for today. That's gonna be the goal for today. Alright, what are we doing? We gotta kill a lot of sorcery, fair amount of life, and a lot of death. I think we'll do sorcery, sorcery, death, life. So... sorcery, sorcery, make some space, and then death and life. Right. Duplicate card, sure. Oh. No treasure golem so far. Oh, we do have an exotic realm. So death and life. First, let's kill this. The kobold. Let's leave. Let's pay our respects to Shalan with the donation. And let's continue onwards. Alright, what do we got? What are we looking at? What do we got? We need to summon some life creatures. How about one of these wisps? Man, come on. Man, come on. Just let me summon. We do not care about treasure maps. Let me confirm that. Yeah, we don't care about treasure maps for this Rune of Prophecies. I'm not even gonna touch that. I don't care if it you know, severely triggers some people who are probably more used to picking up every single thing. But just like with treasure chests, I'm gonna just only do those things which are gonna give me progress towards some achievement and aren't gonna waste my time. And there we go. Now we can stop hardcore focusing on the Feylands or the Swamplands, and we can go into you know, just about any realm that we want. All right. Need to summon some life creatures. So let's go ahead and do exactly that. Alright, you know what? Let's go down a little bit. Only 4 enemies. Speed up the process. How many kills are we at? 11? You know what? I think it will be fine. Let's just summon... Sorcery, Death, Life. Summon some more... Or summon some life creatures. And now, let us... get this done. Alright. Take you out. Take you out. And let's continue onwards. I'm gonna even avoid... Ooh, Pando Shrine is nice. I'm gonna even avoid any optional combat in this round. I guess we'll hit the fairy. Just because it's usually a pretty quick way to get a bit of extra... a little bit of extra... favor at the cost of spawning 2 creatures in the realm. And sometimes you don't even have to fight them if they spawn far away from you. Right, so that's the candle kills done, but we'll get a few more done. All right, let's murder you pretty quick. We're done with the realm. Is there any reason to head home? I think not. So we're gonna continue on into the next realm with many of our objectives already done, or, you know, some sort of progress made on them. Let's go to the arachnid nest. I want to get this dumpling out of the way. Ooh, and we get a big old nether realm. Don't really care about this, because all we're gonna get out of that is a Pandora encounter and some loot. And again, I know it's gonna be deeply upsetting to a lot of people to leave behind all of these interesting encounters, but listen, the stage of the game that I'm at, I just do not care about. There's certain things in the game that I think I've seen enough of, and I really just want to make a progress. Alright. So for dumplings, we're gonna have to... We can find them either from these ichor pools or from those cocoons. And we have a decent chance of getting them per excuse me, per visit to the arachnid nest. Plus there's a chance of a dumpling just being in the realm by default. Like just generally in the realm. And with those two things in combination, you have a pretty good chance of finding a dumpling within just a few realms of being in the arachnid nest. Now, I'm not hitting these big spider egg objects because they might trigger combat. Treasure golem? Nah, dude. 2 treasure golems, no dumplings? Really? Really, game? We fought the master, there's nothing else that could be in this realm, so I'm just gonna go to a new realm. Staying in the arachnid nest until we get this dumpling. You're a mimic and you immediately started a fight. Okay, whatever. We're about to hit another favor rank with Regalis. Alright, let's go down. Oop. Didn't mean to open up more chests. That's okay though. Alright, nothing there. Oh, more trash. Potentially netherstone on the ground. It's 530, but it has no traits, so I am gonna destroy it. Some spells are probably pretty good. The trouble with spells is that they are too easy. Any type of spell-based action is just too easy to counter, whereas traits are usually always in effect. At least your permanent creature traits, you know the ones that you get. Ooh, nice, we're getting closer to finishing the mermaid. But yeah, your creature traits that are permanent, the ones you get from your main creature trait, your fusion trait, your artifact, and your nether stones, will always be in effect with very few exceptions. Some exceptions being for instance, the elf trait will completely counteract certain types of actions, like actions that happen on certain triggers, regardless of whether that action was being made to happen. Oh, nice. Being made to happen by a trait, for example. But generally, traits are always in effect. Right, so let's go to a new realm. We will fight Syra in a random realm. It's gonna be the Faraway Enclave with a mini quest to do. I might decline on the mini quest just because we're gonna have to walk around a lot delivering those things to those houses, and we are already a little bit ahead of the curve in terms of our favor rank with Lister. Ender Shrine is good. However, I will quickly hand this in just because we were already kind of in the area. Have we donated? Yes, we have. Oh, ooh, another one of these. You love to see it. Another 1,000. It's hard to read, but another 1,000 and a little bit. Stardust, right? It's pretty sweet. All right, let's go up and around. All right. Let's take out Syra pretty quick. And let's continue. Assassination ready to hand in. And I'm just gonna hold on to this, I think. Or do I want to hand it in? You know what? I think we'll hand it in. I think we'll do I want to hand it in, or do I? You know what? Oh, excuse me. I keep flip-flopping. I think we will just hold on to it. Because I'm not in an incredible rush to get more trait materials. Alright, let's go. The only thing we could find that would be of any sort of interest would be another nether portal, but I don't think we're finding one in this realm yet. We did indeed finish the mini quest. So let us jump ahead to the next realm, which is gonna be there. New realm. And it's gonna be the torture chamber. Alright, what's our goal in here? We gotta free creatures from cages. We are not over leveled with the Tartareth, so I will be doing extra combat in this realm to give myself a bit of extra favor. Because that sounds reasonable to me. Alright, come on. Let's go. Let me also lean back a little bit, adjust my chair, get some nice neck support, and we can keep things moving along. Right, that is the realm done. Pretty sweet. This is the master, I do believe. The fiend master. Dead. Again, every master we kill is... I don't know if we can call it progress because we've already gotten all of the achievements for masters, but it does give us permanent bonuses. So that's nice to have. But there's gotta be stuff in the rest of this realm. There's a little bit of stuff. Teeny tiny bit of stuff. Oh, I hate protected creatures so much. Okay, that's that done. And I think we're coming up on our first false god fight. So this is gonna have to take place in a instability 5 realm with a decent realm bonus as well. I'll give him the 40%. I'm just never gonna take the top of the timeline thing ever again. It just leads to too much nonsense. Especially with all of the instant kill effects that were added. I feel like most of them need to be reworked so that if you're resistant to spells, then it shouldn't be an instant kill. It should be like, it should take away 75% of your health and then stop. Because if the bosses have blanket immunities, then so should the players. Anyway. Let's just get this quickly done. Okay. That took way longer than I wanted it to. So we can fight this guy like 4 more times. 6,700. Oh, I forgot to get rid of the nether stone, didn't I? Yeah. Well, we'll do it when we head back to town just now, because we have to go back to town anyway to set the next bounty. So, you know, makes sense. Get a bit of extra piety out of that as well. I'll kill you pretty quick. We're gonna get another favor rank now as well. Alright. Don't care about Riddle Dwarves. Let's get this favor rank pretty quick. Treasure from all sources might become relevant after the 3.0 update comes out. If there are interesting new types of loot added, that would be cool. I guess one type of loot, assuming that new creatures are going to be added. You know what, let's take a look at the bestiary. Is the bestiary still bugged? The bestiary is still bugged, unfortunately. 1362 out of 1361. Really? Wish you'd fix it. Really wish it would get fixed. I mean, it was funny for a while, but I think at this point we would all like to see a properly accurate bestiary. Alright, let's go to the left. Nothing there. Nothing here. I think we're ready to end this realm. Actually, no, there's a little bit of stuff in the right over here. So we'll just quickly take a look at what we've got. Nothing too fancy, but let's quickly take a look here. Again, nothing too fancy. So I think I'm gonna set another bounty just against Lost Construct. I want to whittle that guy down because he's been one of the false gods that's been giving me the most problems. And the fewer times I have to fight him, the better. Alright, what are we doing? We're setting a new bounty against Lost Construct. We're up to 239 with the Life Guild. These bonuses are coming along. Coming along pretty nicely. So let's just do Lost Construct. And is there anything else I want to do? I don't think so. I just wanted to destroy that nether stone. Alright. It was 5:30. That's the only one at 5:30. Listen, this might be really good for certain builds, but to me, it just doesn't matter. Cool 30 grand piety. And we just continue onwards. Alright. We gotta cleanse a portal. We gotta go in one of these. I'll only go in the one. Just to get this done. One and done. And let's keep on moving. Prophecy lines getting completed. Feels good. Man. Alright. Yeah, we'll get into some extra combat, because we aren't that over-leveled with Siralim. Alright, let's go down, around. Believe we have to find a master. We'll do that. Then I think we'll leave. How are we feeling? Another panda. I think we need to find 2 more. Two more nether realms. Maybe 1 more pandemonium shrine. Let me just take a look at that. Oh no, we're done. We're just straight up done. But we do need to find 2 more nether realms. And depending on how quickly the creature killing gets done, we might just be handing in this Rune of Prophecy super early. Because if everything else is done and the only thing left is waiting for 2 nether portals to spawn, I think at that point we're just gonna call it. Sure. I'm gonna declare. Oh, I picked the wrong thing. I missed out on a little bit of favor. I misclicked. You are the Unicorn Master. And I think you are dressed up as a unicorn as well. Again, there's some weird... A lot of these creature masters are just weird furries, I guess. Wearing animal costumes. Not sure what else I can really say about that. Anyway. Is there any reason to head home? I think not. So let's move on to another realm. We're in the Titan's wound now. One other, like, more obscure reason to leave treasure chests on the map without collecting them. Or, I guess, treasure chests still remain as objects. But, like, to leave stuff like this, like useless objects, on the map rather than collecting them, or like these big treasure chests, right? One reason to leave stuff like those is that they can then effectively act as obstacles, preventing enemies from getting to you. And a lot of the time, you don't necessarily want to fight enemies because they're just wasting your time. Like these wandering enemies on the map, like you don't get treasure for fighting them. You don't get favor. All they're doing is wasting your time. And the more obstacles there are in their way, every once in a while they won't be able to catch you because the thing that's in their way will block their path, and then you will just get far enough away from them that their AI won't be able to do that thing where they teleport into you because they're just too far away. It's just one consideration, especially for people who want to play this game in sort of speedrun adjacent ways, and you just want to minimize the non-essential combat as much as possible. You should definitely be leaving behind a lot of these things that are gonna serve as obstacles for enemies. Anyway, let's just keep moving. Alright. Let's go up and around. We're not looking for any masters because we've already killed them. Nothing there. I think we might be done with this round. Dodge that guy. Kill these guys. Alright, people, how are we? You know what? I'm just gonna hand in this Rune of Prophecies early. Or am I? Or am I? I think the answer is yes. So let's summon some nature creatures and some death creatures. So nature, death. Let's just hand this in, start the next rune, get a head start. Alright, let's summon some death dudes. And once again, we are gonna be we're gonna be very strategic with which Rune of Prophecies I'm gonna accept. So we gotta kill one more group of life creatures, and then we're gonna. You know what? Sorry, I'm at death creatures. And then we're gonna move on and hand this in. Because waiting for two nether portals to spawn in is just gonna... It's just gonna be a little bit annoying. So let's save the game like this. Let's go to our prophecies. It's gonna be a 10-line Rune of Prophecies. Let's hand it in. Go to our prophecies. Does this look good? We've got an assassination to hand in. We have a Goblet of Trials to hand in. Let's look at the rest of it. Two nether portals. Pandemonium. Treasure chests. And we'll have to refill our goblet. And I do have to kill Divination Candle enemies. You know what? I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna keep this one. 3 Riddle Dwarves as well. I'm gonna keep this one. And more gambling. Just Kino and Siralim from the looks of it. So yeah, we're keeping this. Let's hand this in. Let's roll this until it's on the mermaid again. There we go. What do we want to do? I want to hand in my assassination. And we're gonna do... high instability realms until I get my Goblet of Trials filled up again. I think that's the intelligent way to do things. Rest of the Rune of Prophecies is not asking us to do any specific types of missions. Okay. Seems good. I also have to kill 4080. Right, so let's just start, I don't know, Keyforge mission. And let's murder 4080 pretty quick. Dead, son. And I guess we're just moving on to a new realm. A random realm. I'm not gonna bother rolling. I do have to open treasure chests. Yeah. It's gonna get annoying again. Enemies just surviving battles for no reason, or surviving turns for no reason. So while we're doing instability, I think... Ooh, do we care about... Yes, we do. Oh, nice. While we're doing instability, I think we're gonna tone down the amount of extra optional combat. Ooh, I didn't want to destroy that candle. That's okay. We're gonna tone down the amount of extra optional combat that we're doing. Yes, we're gonna be missing out on some favor with the gods. And we're gonna be missing out on loot. But missing out on loot is actually a positive. Missing out in favor of the gods is gonna slow us down in our quest to reach level 100 with all the gods, but that's something that's just gonna happen from playing the game. And I do believe we're gonna hit it on the way to some of these other long goals, such as, you know, killing 1 million creatures. What the fuck is happening in this? Oh, that's an extra trait realm. Right. I forgot that realm instability is garbage trash. Garbage trash. Right. Yes, that's why I stopped doing realm instability. Right. Of course. Of course. You know what? It's good every once in a while to be reminded that you made the right decision. Like, especially when you stop doing something that's clearly not good. And then, you know, you're like, I think I made the right choice, but I'm not sure. Well, what's the way to be absolutely sure is to go back to the thing that you left behind and just see how it feels. So what do we need to kill? A lot of sorcery. Decent amount of chaos. And that's about it. Right. Oh, easy. Let's just get the candle kills done. Let's get these candle kills done, boys. Yes. This is why I'm so vindicated in my decision to just permanently close the door on realm instability. Well, semi-permanently. As long as we have Runes of Prophecy to hand in, we're still gonna have to occasionally do some of these things that we're getting these achievements done for. But there is gonna be a quicker way to grind Runes of Prophecy. It's just not one that's gonna be relevant right now while we have these other things that are also distracting us. Alright, let's make sure we finish what we started. Alright, let's kill you. Let's kill you. Kill you. I think we're done with the... Yeah, we're done with candles. But yeah, we're just gonna move on. Next realm, random realm, random realm. I forgot to do the gambling, didn't I? Yes, I did. Another extra trait realm is actual garbage. I didn't want to. I didn't want to get into this fight. You know what? You're too strong for me. I concede. I'm just gonna leave. There. Well, you know, I'm just gonna let her win for once. Alright. Alright, what do we, feeling about the rest of this round? Well, we're done, I think, with this particular round. I will hit that feather, but I'm not gonna hit anything else. We do need to talk to Riddle Dwarves. Unfortunately, 4080 rules over the lab. Alright. That's that done. Avoid as much combat as we can. Just to make life a little bit easier for ourselves. Are we done opening chests? Ooh, double trait. Let's take a look at this. Useless. Useless. Alright. Take out the Harpy Master. Really wish he had like a Malice Harpy in his party. Or if he does have a Malice Harpy in his party, really wish he wasn't immune to instant kill effects. Alright. Let's keep on going. We gotta open a lot of treasure chests, so let's get cracking on that. Alright, let's just go down and around. Alright, another double traitor. This one higher rarity as well. No health in any of the stats. Let's take a look. At the start of battle, this creature seals you... Stupid. It's really dumb. Really dumb. Let's just pretend like we never saw that. Alright, are we done with this realm? I think we're done with this realm. Yeah, let's just maybe hit treasure chest, a few more treasure chests, and move on to the next realm. No more getting around that guy. Whatever, dude. Let's go to the next round. Is there any reason to head home? I don't think so. So let's just do the next one. We're in the swamplands. Fortunately, looks like there's no garbage happening in this realm. Hopefully it stays that way. Alright. That was annoying. Alright. Let's keep things moving along. Pilgrimage, I think, is worth handing in to start another one. Second time in a row, are we just... Yeah, we're just confused permanently in this round. That's so dumb, dude. Okay. We gotta kill these things. Luckily they're both pretty close. And let's just confirm whether or not we care about buried treasures in this rune. No, we don't. We only care about regular treasure chests. Gonna be avoiding extra combat until we're done with the realm instability. It is kinda trash. There we go. Right. Righto. Go up. Go there. Go here. I'll hit this for the treasure chests. And let's keep on moving. Do we care about Pando shrines? I'm not sure if we do. But even if we don't, I think it's worth doing them. Because they can give you some useful stuff. For instance, they can give you favor, like a tiny amount of favor with all the gods. This guy, man. Where's the exit? It's there. Okay. Sounds good. Oh no, I need to kill one more of these guys. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, there we go. No, did I feel like I needed to head home? Yeah, I needed to head home to hand in my pilgrimage. Start a new pilgrimage with anybody at 85 or below. What did I just complete? Intelligence. So let's start speed and let's do another, I don't know. Start a hunt mission just in case. Oh yeah, and we're at the Lost Construct boss fight. B71. We're gonna do it in a random realm. Take a look at my Rune of Prophecies. Yeah, I need 4 more Pando Shrines. We're already done with Nether Realms. We might be saying no to the Pando Shrines and handing in another incomplete Rune of Prophecies. We'll see how it goes, though. We'll see how it goes in the next episode. I'll take the 5 debuffs. Are we done collecting chests? We need literally 1 more. Okay. Now we're done. Let's quickly kill Xantai. talk to you. Do you have any good ones? Nothing with a trait on them, so you can get lost. Alright, let's quickly get this guy dealt with. I'm not going to put him at the top of the timeline. Alright. Can make you immune to spell damage. Alright, let's kill this guy. I can make you immune to attack damage. You want orange mushrooms? You know what? This is an easy enough realm, so I'll get into a bit of extra combat. Let's find these orange mushrooms and finish the mini quest as well. Alright, let's quickly get this done. That was easy. Alright. And let's just take whatever's at the top. A trash nether stone, a nearly 7,000 life guild rep. Feels pretty good. Alright. So, that's almost brought us to the end of the episode. So, like I said, we're just gonna find this orange mushroom, go back, hand it to that person, and yeah, then we'll start wrapping up the episode. A little bit of extra favor. Alright, I'm into that. Alright, I need to do the gambling as well. You know what, let's just take a look around. See what else we find. Kill these dudes. Alright. Kill these dudes. Alright, what are we feeling? I think we just head home and end this. How are we for time? We're at over an hour. Alright, so we did slow down a little bit, probably on account of handing in 2 runes of prophecy. Nevertheless, pretty happy with our time. I'll start a new bounty. I'm just gonna do Lost Construct again. Until I can visibly see that his list of anointments is coming to an end. Until I see that, I'm just going to keep hitting him over and over again. Right, so what happened in this episode? We handed in 2 runes of prophecy. Let's take a look at how our goblet is going. 3 more realms at high instability, and then we can take another break from instability. Alright, let's see how we're doing for achievements. One thing I haven't taken a look at is, in the last episode, I don't think, is the creature parts achievement. We're up to 6.74, not even 70% of the way. That's kind of unsettling. But you know what, we'll get there when we get there. What we did do was we handed in 2 different runes of prophecy. It took us to 420 overall runes handed in and 3,262 overall prophecy lines. But the main thing I was curious about Remember, at the start of this episode, we had 49,151 destructible objects. At the end of this episode, so every 2 false gods that we kill, we can expect to get roughly this many resource nodes. Let's see what we end up with. From 151, we go to 267. That is not a lot. That is about 110-ish. So it's gonna end up being 8 more episodes. I think we will finish Homewrecker first. But I think it's gonna be 8 more episodes before Resourcefulness gets done. But yeah, that's gonna be that. Pretty good episode, pretty efficient. Like I said, thoroughly vindicated in my decision to just get away from instability as much as I possibly can, seeing some of the nonsense that can happen, especially like with enemies just taking extra turns to kill, randomly being debuffed as you enter a realm. It's just a little bit too much. It's more chaos than I'm comfortably handling in my old age. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this one. Hope you had a good time. Hope you'll join me next time for more Siralim. Until then, my friends, take care.